Good morning, how are you today? Today we're going to be talking about pronouns, and we are also going to be editing and diagramming a sentence. Let's get started with a prayer. Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of your faithful and kindle in us the fire of your love. Send forth your Spirit and they shall be created, and thou shalt renew the face of the earth. Dear Lord, may we do all things for your greater glory, and thank you for your amazing and wonderful mercy. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. All right. What are pronouns? Do you remember what nouns are? Do you notice how it actually has the word noun in there? So pronouns. What do you think pronouns are? We use them all the time. So I will tell you. Pronouns take the place of a noun. Well, what does that mean? Well, they're shorter words. And I will show you by doing this exercise. All right, here's a story. Okay, when Jesus was 12 years old, Mary and Joseph took Jesus to the temple to celebrate the Pasch. After the feast, Jesus remained in Jerusalem, though Mary and Joseph did not know it. Jesus was lost for 3 days. Mary and Joseph finally found Jesus in the temple. We know that story, don't we? So now let's count how many times we use the word Jesus. Should we circle them? Okay. Jesus, 1, 2, count with me. Here's another one. 3, 4, 5. Wow, there are 5 times we use the word Jesus. Do you think we can replace it with a pronoun in one of these? We're going to use personal pronouns. And personal pronouns need to agree in person, number, gender, and case. And that's all really above us. So why don't we just start and see? I bet you know how to do it without even thinking. When Jesus was 12 years old, Mary and Joseph took, what should we replace this Jesus with? This word with? Let's try, should I try her? That would not agree. It must agree with its antecedent, the one before. Let's see. Can I say it? No. Can I say they? No. It's one person, one number. Okay. Should I say he? Jesus was 12 years old. Mary and Joseph took he to the temple. No. It also has to be in the right case. So because we're talking about Jesus, we're going to capitalize the word. And even though it's in the middle of a sentence, and replace it with him. Well, it agreed with person. We're talking about someone else, so that's in the third person. Number, it's one person. Gender, we're talking about Jesus, and it's a him. And case is we used him and not he. Wow, that's a lot of things you already knew. Okay, let's go to the next one. After the feast, Jesus remained in Jerusalem. What should we put here? Can we put him again? Not this time, right? We have to put he remained in Jerusalem because this is the subject of the sentence. He remained in Jerusalem, though Mary and Joseph did not know it. Jesus was lost for 3 days. If I were to replace this one, what would we replace that with? Yes, he. Subject of the sentence. He was lost for 3 days. Mary and Joseph finally found. Is it going to be he or him? If you said him, you're right. right there would be him. Now, if I had told the whole story, I didn't have enough room. But we could also replace Mary and Joseph with a pronoun. Do you know what pronoun we would use in place of Mary and Joseph? Could I say she? No, because it's more than one. It's not just Mary, it's also Joseph. They or them, right? Very good. And we could also replace temple or knowledge. Right here is a little pronoun. It replaced knowledge. See? After the feast, Jesus or he remained in Jerusalem, though Mary and Joseph did not know that he had remained in Jerusalem. Instead of doing that whole other part, we just replaced it with it. See? These are those are all personal pronouns. Now there are other kinds of pronouns, and one of them, interrogative pronouns. Well, you know what interrogative means. What is interrogative? You know about an interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence asks. It's called a question, and it ends with a question mark. Well, what do you think interrogative pronouns are? They're pronouns that are used to ask questions. Yay! Which ones do you think they are? How about for people? We'll start with people. Who, also whom, depending on where it's used in a sentence, the case, and if we're talking about a thing, and if I said something about pencils, color is your pencil, what pronoun would you use? Interrogative pronoun. What? Good. What is your pronoun, interrogative pronoun? That is used for things. That these two are used for people, and one that can be used for both people and things. But when you're trying to choose something, or when you're talking about something specific, how about I'll give you a sentence and you fill in the the interrogative pronoun. Ready? Of those will you be using? Did you say which? Yes, there you go. These are also pronouns. Who, whom, what, which. Those are your interrogative pronouns. There is one other kind, which you will be learning, you will be learning as you get into the older grades. It's really exciting, this English language, isn't it? This is your third part of speech that you've learned this week. Remember that we've reviewed. We went over nouns, we went over verbs, and now we're going over pronouns. All right, let's leave those there. And let's get started with our sentence. Let's take a look at our sentence for today. Let's see if you can see this okay. Last time I think it was too blurry. All right. This is for Wednesday, the 22nd. And the sentence is Lori and Jane can't come. And it says right here that there are 4 mistakes. 2 capitalization mistakes and 2 punctuation mistakes. Now, let's review our editing marks. Okay. You remember what this means? The 3 underlines mean, whoops, that letter should have been capitalized. When we have these little things right here, they look like V's, upside down V or right side up V. It means insert. This one would mean inserted an apostrophe. This one would mean insert a comma because it's coming from underneath. Do you remember what this means? Insert a period. And how about this one? Omit. Yes, take it out. It should not be there. Good. So go ahead and pause your device, the video, and go ahead and mark up your sentence, and then come back and see how I did mine and then correct it with yours. Use a coloring pencil. Okay, ready? Go ahead and stop it. All right, I'm assuming that you're coming back. We need to capitalize every sentence must have a word that begins with a capital letter. Very good. So we said Lori and Jane can't come. What else should we do? Is this the name of a person? Yes, so it's a particular name. So because of that, it has to be a proper noun, right? That's a proper noun because it's the name of a person, girl, and that's a proper noun. It's the name of another girl. What else is wrong? Let's see. Lori and Jane can't. Whoops. What's wrong with can't? What kind of word is it? Contraction. What do contractions do? Contractions replace a letter or letters with an apostrophe to contract or shorten a phrase. Good job. So how are we going to show that? There we go. It's coming from above. If we put it underneath, it would mean comma. We wouldn't want to do that. We have to put it from the top to show that it goes on top. Okay? Let's see. Lori and Jane can't come. So now what do? Up. This is what kind of a sentence? A declarative sentence. Say it with me. Ready? A declarative sentence tells. It's called a statement, and it ends with a period. Very good. And so we're going to show that it needs a period. There you go. Let me erase this right here so you can see what my markings are right there. All right. Is that what your work looks like? Go ahead and pause your video and write your sentence correctly on the lines provided. All right. I'm going to assume that you did that. And does your work look like mine? I capitalized Lori for two reasons, right? Personal pronoun, and because it's a particular name of a person, and because it's at the beginning of a sentence. We capitalized J for Jane because that's a proper noun, and the proper noun, the particular name of a person, right? I have the apostrophe with can't because that's a contraction. And I put a period because it's a declarative sentence. Now we know that we can't diagram a sentence that has a contraction. So what does can't mean? What is the contraction? Now we're going to spread it out. What are those words? Yes. Can not. So we're going to use these two words instead of this one to diagram. What an interesting looking diagram. Why do you think we have this here? Oh, what is the sentence about? Remember, on this side goes the subject. This side goes the predicate or the verb. And so who or what the sentence is about? Are there two things or two people that this sentence is about? Yes, Lori and Jane. All right, so let's put their names in the right place. Lori is first, so we're going to put it on the top. And Jane, make sure you have it right in here, so it sits nicely on this line. So we have Lori, Jane. What's our word? What are they doing? Come, right? Come is our verb. That's our principal verb. Come. All right, so now what do we have? We have Lori, Jane, come. But down here we have something right here. You know what that is? Did somebody say helping or auxiliary verb? You are right. We're going to write that right here next to it because these two work together as a single verb, don't they? If they're a verb phrase, that's what we call it. And we already did this one. Now, what else do we have? We have something right here. What is that called? That's called a conjunction junction. What's your function? To join two equal parts together. So this is two equal parts or two different people, right? Where do we put that? Did I hear inside the broken line? You're right. How do we know it goes on the inside of the broken line instead of on the outside of the broken line? Well, let me show you. If I were to pretend that these are sitting down on the ledge, and I were to turn it like this, if I had put my word right here, whoop, it would fall down. But because it's on the inside, it will not fall down. That's how I remember where to put my conjunction. Now, there's only one word left that we do not have yet. We have Lori, we have and, Jane, can, and come. Lori and Jane can come. We're missing this word. Where would it go? Yes, we would put it right down here because it modifies that. It makes a change to say it cannot come. Lori and Jane cannot come. Is that what your work looks like? All right, go ahead and fix it if it doesn't look like this. And if you did get it right, I want you to put 3 stars on your work. Well done. All right, let's take a look at some of the other things that need to be done for today. Let's see. Don't forget to proofread your draft and use the editing marks. Wherever you forgot to do any putting any marks or capitalizing anything. Let's see what else. Anything else? And don't forget to discuss the hungry sharks. All right, if you finished discussing the hungry sharks, then you're a day ahead and you can start reading Harry the Dirty Dog. All right, well, God bless you. Have a very blessed day, and I hope this helped. If not, feel free to have your mom email me or contact me. All right, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.